Once again, it's your boy, Lil Blood. Another episode of Lil Blood TV, powered by Thakur Media, may I add. But we fucking around. I like to give people shots. I like to fuck with people, name or not. You know what I mean? So I give everybody an opportunity to come to this table. This brother that's sitting across from me, he's been working for a while, trying to build his buzz, trying to build his name, and wholesome young man. So he reached out and I reached back. So we sitting here with Whipp, one of East Oakland finest, on behalf of Sobriety Park, and he doing his sit down, man. He at the table. He made it to Lil Blood TV. This is a big fucking deal. So you a big fucking deal.
It's a blessing before anything. And before we get started, I would like to say congratulations on just everything you got going on. Thank you for having me, my brother.
Yes, sir. Likewise.
Like you said, many people don't get this opportunity to, especially people without a name, don't get the opportunity to get on a platform where people are really going to pay attention. So again, congratulations on just having that blessing to even be able to bless others. Congratulations on that. And thank you for having me. We finna get into some real, we finna have some church on this motherfucker.
Let's have church there. My brother. So Whipp, where you get the name Whipp? Where that come from?
Cars. I ain't gonna even cap. See, I'm a realist, blood. At the time, my mama had a lot of cars. She loved cars. And so every other day I had my own car, but every other day I was able to
be in a different car.
Be in a different Whipp.
Okay.
Hence the name Whipp.
So you was doing some faking.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
You know, don't we all, man?
It's only faking to a certain extent if I'm willing to spill about it.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? At the time, mom was having it, and she had 8 cars, and so every other day I'm in something new.
Right.
Something new, and then, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the whole name really came from young Whip the scale, meaning I don't need no scale. I eyeball shit. I'm familiar. I know my way around this.
Right.
Around these streets.
You know your way around the kitchen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Whipp. Sobriety Park. How was that growing up?
I grew up in Sobriety Park when niggas was still fighting.
Right, chunking them.
Yeah, old school chunk them. Like you meet up at the alley or you meet up in the gully. Most niggas from Sobriety Park right now, I don't know what the gully is, but you meet up in the gully or you meet up in the back of the schools. And, nigga, you would fight. Like, nigga, you had to know how to, like my brothers and you had to know how to fight.
Right.
Now, I am grown with kids and I got somebody who looking forward for me to come home every day. So I'm hardly home, but I'm always repping Sobriety Park.
Shout out Sobriety Park. Kids. You said kids. That's plural, not singular. Whipp, how many kids you got, brother?
I I'm a father of 5.
You got 5 children?
Yeah.
Gots to be more careful. Gots all by the same woman?
Yes. My wife, shout out my wife, is a wonderful woman. She has 2 children before me. They're my stepkids, but they're mine. I take care of them.
Right, really.
And then we got my son, King Deuce. We call him Deuce because it's a junior. Okay. And then we got one in the oven right now, cooking up. And then I have my niece that you know what I'm saying? She like mine too. I take care of her. She was every day. She's a part of my household. Right. You know, man, I ain't gonna lie. It's a hell of a transition from, when we first was kicking in, meeting up and shit, it was just me. I didn't have nobody to fend for. So over this little 5-year span,
So, do you think having children helped you become a better man? Do you think? Because I think once I had my son, it definitely taught me how to be a better man, and it definitely saved my life in a sense.
Most definitely.
Because before my son, bro, I was kind of like I was wild, bro, and everything was for self.
Yeah, you didn't have nobody
right
waiting on you at the house.
Definitely.
And then you know what? One thing I learned with kids is when you have children, you witness pure, raw, uncut love.
For sure.
It is love in its purest form.
For sure.
So
definitely.
when I seen that, it helped me do some growing up because I whooped my son ass in like 10 minutes, 10 seconds later. He like, I love you, Dad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, like it did a lot of maturing for me. Also, like getting with a woman who wasn't just taking hella shit, who wanted more from me, who wanted to push me and see me grow as a man, and, you know what I'm saying? And then my dad wasn't around. So I always promised my kids and to myself that whenever I did have kids, I would always be there.
So how was that growing up in a single parent household with just moms and shit?
You know what? As a youngster, I grew up down the street from the $1 Million
Machine.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My friends they had everything.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? The people I grew up with, they had everything. Now that I'm older, I realize that we had everything. My mom was, shout out my mom, she was one of the original booster.
Yeah, she was,
listen, mom's made it happen.
Hold on, nigga. First off, we on Lil Blood TV. All that whispering and shit.
Listen, man.
Nigga, hey, my mom's was boosting, man. Yeah, my mom's did what she had to do to feed her motherfucking family,
bro, man,
nigga, hold on, man.
Listen,
hold on.
mom's is a church-going woman now.
Okay, but everybody got a pass.
Everybody got a story.
You feel me? Everybody got a story. Shout out moms. Mom, I love you. If you look at this interview, we don't mean to put your business on the street. But mama, we on Lil Blood TV. And this shit get deep, mama.
Excuse me, blood. So anyway, mom's was the first generation of boosters and scammers and like really doing this shit. And like, if you had a PlayStation in the hood, you got it from my mom. You got every system that everybody had in the hood. You got it from mom. You got it from my mom. Right. And so, you know, living down the street from the $1 Million Machine, and then having my mom as a 7 kids, none of our daddy was around until later on in life. Shout rest in peace, my stepdaddy, rest his soul. You always thought like, oh man, I didn't have. Them niggas got this, I got that as a little kid. But now that I'm grown and realize that my mama went crazy, nigga. My mama had 7 kids, nigga, with no daddies, nigga. We all wore platinum FUBU. We all wore Nike.
Tupac said in one of his songs, he said, although we had it rough, we always had enough. Mm-hmm. And that's an understatement.
That's preaching.
That's preaching, you know, and that's how we kind of were growing up. So up until I was 9, I stayed with my mom. She was she had boyfriends, but mainly it was a single parent household.
Yeah.
So and when I moved with my dad, a couple of years later, my sister was born. So it was me and my dad and my sister and just my dad. And we didn't have it like, you know, like my son is blessed to have it or like your children is blessed to have it. We didn't have it like that. We always had enough, but that's all we had was enough.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I wish my kids could experience growing up, how we grew up, and how vital Top Ramen was to us. Like, I wish my kids could experience. Like, you ain't never had a mayonnaise sandwich.
No. Hold on.
Ever.
I ain't never had a mayonnaise sandwich.
I'm from the streets.
Nigga, we do syrup sandwiches, sugar sandwiches.
Listen, I'm from the streets. I had mayonnaise sandwich, nigga. I had bread, what's that, butter and sugar sandwiches, nigga. With sugar water. So we done had sugar water, nigga. And guess what? And I done caught moms stretching the goddamn milk with that powder. Powder milk. Like, I mean, some of my kids ain't never had to experience, but I think
the grace of God.
I think that made us like,
who we
you know what I'm saying? We can weather a storm. Like, we can go through some shit. And I bet these new generations, they go through some things and they get all thrown off, or they just pick something and they so settled on it. I think like we have the ability from our generation to see something, look at it, adjust it, be like, nah, that ain't cool. Right now, it's just like whatever's going on in the world, the youngsters is just following behind that shit.
And I think social media is a big part in that. Plays a big part in that. Just based on the fact, when we were younger, It wasn't no sitting on social media all day. It wasn't that. It was go outside and play. You know, go run through that creek,
Yes.
fall off of
Catch some
trees, climb
tadpoles.
trees, drink tap water, get chased by a dog, eat plums without wiping them off, eating blackberries. You know, we was experienced. You know, we were building ourselves to be Fort Tough. You get what I'm saying?
And I don't know what it's like.
These kids will never know what that's like. They will never.
Do you think that it's a blessing in some sort, but it's like, I want my son to have those experiences. Like I was telling my boy the other day, it's like, it's not something I would wish on a brother, but I feel like some people should experience jail.
I just said that on the podcast because with Your Highness.
Listen, it teaches you respect. It teaches you patience. Like, and I'm a high head and I have a temper problem, and there's always somebody for you in there.
It's crazy. Great minds think alike, bro. Because I on my first podcast I ever did with Your Highness, I said that, like, I don't wish jail on nobody, but the way these young men are moving today, maybe they need to experience that. You know what I mean?
Some 60 days scared straight type shit.
Yeah, not even know. They need to experience that for a year or two. They need to pull some calendars. You get what I'm saying? Because they're out here doing senseless killing. They're doing drive-bys. They're robbing old ladies. Like, they're doing stupid shit.
Ain't no more rules.
Yes, but you know, life in general made me like a little different than everybody. You know, everybody's supposed to think they're different in a way, but the shit life taught me some cold, at times valuable, lessons. And what I mean by people need to go to jail, like I said, I don't wish jail on nobody. But it's certain shit that jail taught me. Like, jail taught me morals. It gave me patience. Like, I read a lot in jail.
Learn to appreciate.
Yes, I found myself in jail. Like, jail wasn't just some fucked up experience to me. Like, I did the time. I didn't let the time do me. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say I'm a realist, but I ain't gonna cap. The longest I've ever done in jail is only 180 days.
Right. That's great.
But I consider myself a sponge, and I know what's going on. I pay attention to my surroundings very well, and that's something that you have to do in there. And it just taught me. For instance, I was in a cell. It was me, a black brother. There was a white boy. There was a Mexican, and then the other bunk was free.
Right.
So there was a cup in the middle of the floor. It sat there for 3 days. Before somebody was like, I was like, you know, trying to clean up the shit, you know, out of respect that it just taught you don't touch shit that ain't yours.
Right.
That cup sat there for 3 days, blood.
Right.
3 days before I was like, hey, bro, like, you know, it's just a cup sitting in the middle of the cell. He was like, oh, I thought that was yours. He's like, no, I thought that was yours. We didn't know who cup it was. But it was a valuable lesson that I learned. Like, you don't touch, like, you know, I'm from the streets. You adjust and you adapt. I knew not to touch that cup. Right, you know what I'm saying? You know not to that shit ain't yours. You don't touch it. And I just think that some niggas need to do it because some niggas don't know how to keep their hands to themselves.
Right, definitely. Saying that, what's your take on domestic violence?
Okay. I am a realist. I have a domestic violence charge.
Oh, wow. Let's talk about it.
So for you young black brothers who think that domestic violence is just putting your hands on a female, understand this: domestic violence comes in many shapes and forms. Controlling a female with money is a form of domestic violence. If you take your female phone that you paid for, that's domestic violence. If you call a female phone too many times,
that's harassment.
That is domestic violence. Young men, keep your hands to yourself. Keep sometimes your thoughts to yourself. The best thing I could tell you to do is to walk away and get your thoughts together and learn how to communicate with that person, because you're only that mad because you want to be able to communicate. You want them to understand you and understand what you're saying. But guess what? You have to step back. Excuse me, blood. I'm sorry. Could be the kids. It's Lil
Mm.
Blood TV. That ain't me. You want them to be able to understand what you're saying and try to get across. So that's why you're forcing it on them. You're yelling it. Yeah.
Right.
But the best way to do it is to step back, approach the situation when you timing is key. But
Right.
yeah, keep your goddamn hands to yourself or you're gonna get 52 weeks. 52 weeks.
So you have to go through the whole class and everything?
I'm a realist. I didn't finish the class because of COVID.
Oh.
COVID started and I was halfway through the class and I learned all this shit and how I can even talk about it and be comfortable with speaking on the situation through going through that class, which I was like, I don't need no fucking class. I don't need nobody to tell me. But you learn some shit. You learn like how to like speak certain people love languages, and everybody don't got the same love language. Everybody don't, receive information the same.
Right.
So you just got, if you with somebody and you really love them, take the time out to figure out their love language and figure out when to communicate with them. Because just because you ready to communicate don't mean that they ready to communicate.
That's deep. That's deep. So, is this domestic violence?
Now, if you beating your girl, take your ass. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Right.
Take your ass directly to jail.
So, if a woman slapped the shit out of you and you slap her ass back, is that considered domestic violence?
Yes.
Because listen, these days, bro, I notice a lot of females challenge their man. And I see it on Instagram
it's a new generation
all
thing.
the time.
It's a new generation
I see how
thing.
they call their niggas bitches.
The strong black woman.
Not even that. Now, I support that. But I'm talking about
your
ratchets. Just ratchet shit that's fucking up our young ladies, right? Our young women are looking at these girls as role models, bro. And it's fucking our young women up. You feel me? Yeah. And I'm watching these women pop pussy, twerk, get into it with they nigga, fucking nigga. I don't need no nigga. I don't woo. But in the same breath, talk about how they gonna break a nigga, and the nigga gotta pay them, and the nigga gotta fly them out and do all this and all that, right?
It's just one of those things, bro. It's one of those pros and cons.
Yeah, but peep though, right? I see how bitches abuse their man on fucking social media. So mind you, if I was to do the same shit, Suki do.
Yeah.
You feel me? Shout out Suki.
Shout out Suki.
So, but if I was to do the shit she do in the male form, as a man, I would be shunned. I would be shamed. I'll be damn near in jail. Like, I would be R. Kelly. I would be this fucking creature, right? But it's okay for her to do it.
That's her. I mean, I think that along with Instagram, even though social media is fucking people up, I think also motherfuckers understand that that's a persona too. You know what I'm saying?
Not if our women is following these young ladies, like they're idolizing these young ladies.
You gotta remember, it's like you got that starts with home, bro.
Right.
It starts with home. So if you got somebody who's on your ass and paying attention to what you're doing, you're not finna idolize that shit. You're not finna
That's a lie. That's a lie. Well, because, and I only said because it is, you can shelter your child, right?
Yes, sir.
But by sheltering them, that's gonna make them more curious.
Yes.
Even more curious.
Like the preacher's daughter.
Exactly. So it's gonna make them even more curious. So yes, the Bible say train up a child in the way you should go. When he get older, should not depart from. I believe in that, right?
I love that you know the Bible.
Yes, I know the Bible real well. In the Quran. But listen, my train of thought. Boom. But listen. Okay, because you train her at home to be that, she still can be on the weekend with her friends or, her cousins or something, still doing the same shit. So it's like the social media, it will shows us that, the algorithm. It shows us that they got shade room and all. It shows us these not good example women for our they're
most definitely
us, but they're not showing us the strong black women. They're not showing us the all black women who's graduated.
They're not gonna put that on the front line because, that's a whole different topic. They don't want motherfuckers to look too strong. They're not gonna show them the first black judge or Supreme Court judge woman who just hit. I don't know her name, but they're not gonna show young doctors. They're not gonna show old boy 19 years old in the NBA playing for the Warriors in the finals. They're not going to put that on the front line. That's what they're going to show. They're going to show the women pussy popping. But at the same time, when you got a strong structure or somebody, what's the name? I think everybody gonna be who they is. You're gonna want to experience life, you know what I'm saying? I think there's something, but there's choices that you will be making, and those choices are affected by, guess what? Being brought up right at home. Being even if, guess what? Listen, even if you grew up in the hood and your parents grew up in what's the name in college and all the shit, guess what? That shit makes a difference, bro. You motherfuckers being in a motherfucker life, just being there can change shit. You can see your daddy like that. This nigga ain't shit. Let me do different. Let me do better. You know what I'm saying? Like, but with little girls, I think little girls are a little more. I think they're a little more smarter than little boy. They pick on. It's a choice that
it's like a dog and a cat,
it's
right?
It's a choice, and then everybody goes through their phases. Mm-hmm. I just feel like that's a little phase in life. Sometimes it's a.
Fuck that. These bitches making millions off that.
Yeah,
that
you see. Listen, you see, bad baby. She made $52 million on OnlyFans.
Yeah, and she's
without even showing no. She wasn't nude in none of the pictures.
But she's bragging about that, right? And it's okay to talk about that on social media. But if I say, you feel me? Yeah, man, that little white bitch, man, I had that bitch, man, doing numbers, man. That hoe made 52 million last year, man.
Yeah.
If I do that, I'll be wrong.
It's the pros and cons. It's like this. Well, you seen that on Instagram and say, if I sleep with a lot of men, that makes me what? He said, that make you a whore. She said, well, if you sleep with a lot of women, what did that make you? Oh, that make me a whore maker. Like, right. It's a double standard. It's just one of those things. Like, if a nigga is pimping, it's like more accepted. When a female is trying to pimp some shit, niggas ain't believing in that. It's that double standard. It's just how it is. It's just niggas that play basketball, they get paid more than the females.
Right.
They doing the same shit. Them bitches with the college, train hard, all the shit. Shout out to the WNBA tall bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those ones, bro. Like, I think it's gonna forever be like that, but it's just one of those ones you just gotta accept. You know what's going on.
How did you feel about that guy going into that school and killing them little children like that?
I be feeling like that should be some government like type shit to like get attention towards something or take attention off something, because I really don't feel like nobody ever wakes up and wants to kill a bunch of kids, blood.
Right.
Like, I be feeling like, if you ever see a movie,
I don't think he woke up intending on killing a bunch of kids. I think somewhere he snapped. And, he was cornered into a room. I don't know. I don't think he woke up with that on his mind.
You went to the school. You went to the school. I mean, but seriously, bro, mental health. Seriously. Listen. How come? How come? No offense. Bro. Listen, I love everybody. How many black motherfuckers you seen shooting up and killing motherfuckers like that, bro?
Because we do it to each other.
We black people suffer from mental health.
We kill each other. That's how fucked our mental health is. We gonna go kill another African. So that's a whole different. I
feel like that's almost some programming shit too. But that type of shit, when you go out and kill innocent motherfuckers who aren't putting themselves in gang activities in harm way, motherfuckers who are innocent kids, bro, kids.
Right.
I be feeling like that's a movie type shit. Like, oh, they done came and grabbed you like this. Listen, if you don't go do some wild, crazy shit, we gonna kill everybody in your family.
Man, I can't. Type shit. I don't see that, man. Because then, man, I don't see that. Just no government plan, bro. Even though the government wipe out villages and families on top of families with bombs and shit, I still don't see that was the government doing that, man.
And then it's like this. They went in there, they cornered this man in the room and left him in there with them kids for him to kill them kids.
So what I was getting to, do you blame law enforcement? Do you think they could have did anything?
I think that I'm a realist. I think that if I would, now you want me to keep it real? Yeah. Like, no one wants to run in there, someone who's killing little kids, they're ready to die. They're not ready to die. Yes, they want to protect and serve and they want to help. But in the process, are they ready to not go home to their families? Hell no. Nah.
So you wouldn't have ran in there?
With little kids, I probably would have ran in there. because I don't know. I just got a thing for about little kids. Now, if there's been some grown motherfuckers, we gon' get them when we get them. Little kids though, I probably would. I would have went in there.
I would have had to.
I got
bro,
kids.
Exactly.
You
bro.
hearing them kids
babies,
scream and shit? I would have.
Yeah.
My body wouldn't have let me sit there, bro.
Them were babies, bro. So as far as Whipp music, man, what do you want people to take? How do you want people to take your music? What do you want them to get from your music?
First of all, I would say that I owe the people a body of work. I've been doing music for a long time, and I've always expected people to gravitate towards me and give me this clout that I want and everything, but I've never given them like a real body of work. I've always dropped singles and stuff like that. So what I'm doing right now is giving them a body of work, a real body of work. And what I got going on is called The Buffet. And basically it's about 5 to 6 projects. Three of them are projects that I featured with other artists and producers and stuff like that, engineers. Shout out my boy Joseph K. And the other 2 are me. And so basically with this project, it's gonna be 5 projects. And so on this project, you got your macaroni and cheese. On this project, you got your stuffing. Right here, you got your ham. Right here, and you basically gonna be able to go like a buffet and make a plate from this project.
Oh, you have that many songs in the vault?
Like I said, I've been doing music for hella long, bro. But I got at least 15 years.
Honestly, man, keep it real, man. Does it ever discourage you? Like, man, fuck this shit. Like, this shit ain't working out.
I ain't gonna lie to you, but I have this thought all the time. Shout out my brother Goof, and he tell me like, he always remind me like, bro, we've been doing shit for a long time, bro. This ain't nothing. Success has no age limit, and it's people like you, bro, who been in this shit, who are clean. Like you're somebody, bro, in this music shit. You're a part of the Bay Area sound and just being a legend of the Bay Area. And man, what are you, 35?
Yes, sir.
I'm 35 years old, so I ain't gonna lie, bro. Seeing you stay on this shit and stay working, even when it was times where you felt like,
fuck this shit.
Yeah. And I know, because I know you deserve what you got coming, and even more. And congratulations again, brother. But it's, it's people like 2 Chainz and motherfuckers and Yo Gotti's and shit that showed me that, guess what, even if I'm not rapping, like, I manage artists, I write music, I do other things. I don't just gotta be a rapper, but the second I decided I want to manage and shit and do all this, they act like they was listening to my music. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to give y'all this body of work, and y'all can decide on that. Do y'all want to fuck with Whipp, fat nigga with the little t-shirt, or no?
Right. Man, and you're definitely not a boosie ass nigga, or you're not a weak ass artist. Like, I'm actually a fan of some of your shit. Not all your shit, because I ain't heard it all.
Yes.
But the songs I have been blessed to hear, I've definitely been fucking with.
And I want to commend you. You was one of the first people to like keep it real when you heard my music around other artists that I was working with. You was like this, hey, you better hold on to this nigga, bro. This nigga is talented. That type of shit kept me going, because at that time, I was writing music. I wasn't laying my own music. That type of shit got me back going, blood. And I really want to thank you, like, on some real shit. And I know all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real shit, bro. You kept it real with nigga. Like, bro, you better hold on. This nigga is talented. This nigga is a good nigga, bro. And shit like that, bro. It's every time I want to get out this shit, I feel like I'm gonna say, fuck it. Something happens, bro. I won a little Thizzler, a little shit, the little versus battle. They post me and they start fucking around. Little shit like that. I just got the little Rich and Verdi Baby feature. Got the Back Door feature coming soon. I've been in the midst of working with those young artists for a little minute. Especially my boy Rich. Shout out my boy Rich. Shout out my boy Joseph K, because he been bringing a lot of good people. SS Rich. Okay. Shout out his pops though, because me and his pops were this is how I even know Rich. His name is I Am Rich. Good dude, been in music for a long time, from Frisco. Amazing artist, just needs the spotlight, just needs the proper, what's the name? And then we need to be educated too. Some artists just really don't know how to approach this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's platforms like this that they can come to and get educated. So thank you again, brother.
Appreciate you, man. It's all love. Anytime you want to pull up to Lil Blood TV, man, Seat is waiting for you. Seat is waiting for you.
Yes, sir.
You told me your wife have a catering business.
Yes. Shout out my wife, Renika. Name of the catering business is Hella 2 Extra. And that is Hella HELLA, the number 2, and then extra EXTRA. We do everything. You call in and order it up, we doing it. But she started off with tacos. Special kind of tacos.
Is
She got
that
her
how
little
she
sauce.
got you? Cooking?
No, yeah, it played a big part. I don't lose no weight because I don't miss no plates. I ain't gonna lie to you. But you know what? She was a different like type of woman, bro. She believed in me, bro.
Right.
She believed in me, bro. Like she wanted to see me grow. Now some shit she argued with me on, like getting a job. Like, no, I'm my own empire. I'm gonna build my my own empire. I'm not gonna work on building someone else's empire 8 hours a day. But I got her own shit to teach her, to show her like this. Look, hey, look, fuck somebody else's.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not to say that, you gotta do what you gotta do, but you can have your own.
Right.
You can have employees.
Right.
So that's how hence the Hella 2 Extra.
Definitely. So they gonna book something when they see this podcast.
Yeah,
man.
listen.
So people gonna book something, man.
Listen, I brung plates. Listen. I brung plates, blood. That's why I told my wife. I said, listen, we going on Lil Blood TV. Don't think that he's gonna filter. If he tries this shit on camera and it's not it, you're gonna know about it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, sir. So shout out Hella 2 Extra. Shout out my wife. She's an amazing woman. Push me every day. So if you ain't got somebody beside you, man, that's really believing you, go get you one, man.
All right, definitely. Where they can find your music and where they can contact you at.
I am YFSN _ WHIPP 115 _ vibes VIBZ. It's a lot going on.
How the fuck? Hold on, I'm gonna let you say that again. But how the fuck you gonna try to hide it?
Listen,
bro, I'm lost.
Listen,
all them underscores, bro. Are you fucking serious?
It's 2 underscores, blood. It's just 2.
All right, but you got hella acronyms and letters and what the fuck said it?
Okay, so it's YFSN Whipp, and YFSN stands for Young Fat Saucy Nigga. The Young Fat Saucy Nigga came because there's other Whips, so I had to separate myself from these other Whips. Shout out to the other Whips out there, but I just feel like I'm that Whip, right. And so the Young Fat Saucy Nigga, and yes, I'm 35, and young is to keep my youth because you need that shit out here in these streets. Right. I had to separate myself. The Vibes is a part of a music group that I'm in, and it's just for the Instagram to let people know. Hey, I added that on to let people know I'm a part of this music group. Shout out Vibes. Shout out my brother Goof Vibes.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Boski's not gonna be feeling that Young Fat Saucy Nigga part, man, because my nigga Boski, man, you feel me?
Man, Boski, man, me and Boski supposed to cook up, man.
Yeah, man, but he the only saucy fat nigga, man. So he gonna have some issues with that, bro.
Listen. Tell Boski I got Boski number in my phone.
Right,
that's my brother.
You know, bro. So yeah, you and Boski gonna have to have a sit down about that. But I appreciate you pulling up, bro. You always welcome, man. Say your shit one more time so that people can get you. Man,
listen, when you type in YFSN _ Whipp, I'm gonna pop up. I'm hard to miss.
Whipp with 2 P's.
Whipp with 2 P's because I'm twice the player.
Okay. You got a little lingo and hella shit. Look at you.
I'm from Oakland, California, man.
Okay, let me know something.
Listen, look me up, man. Whipp, fat nigga with the little t-shirts. If you look me up on YouTube, it's gonna be YFSN Whipp. That's with 2 P's, man. I'm hard to miss, man.
Yes, sir.
I dropped 20 times this year, blood. I've been on my shit. I got 20 plus videos out this year, blood.
That's dope.
I've been working, man. So
that's dope.
Y'all come on, man. Come around and put some eyes on a nigga, man.
What song you think it is that got people kind of paying attention to you? Like, okay, this is
it was the dog shit. I dropped the dog shit. But unfortunately for me, it was more of a Detroit sound.
Right.
And I'm from Oakland.
Right.
But it was like, I was dibbling dabbling. At the time I was in Columbus, Ohio.
Uh-huh.
And that's the vibe they were on. And and I hopped in, just punched that shit, and that's what came out.
Right.
It's more of a Detroit sound. I gave you me at the end, more like came in with the Detroit sound because that's what's kind of going on right now.
Right.
And then more of me, but dog shit. If you look it up, it really don't got too many views, man.
Right.
For me to be known as well as I am, I feel like they sleeping on me. So I'm gonna put in the work, y'all. Just wake up.
Right. Well, I appreciate you once again, brother, for coming on. Like I said, you're always welcome. You always got a seat at the table, big dog.
I appreciate you, Blood.
Yes, sir.